Today I had a conversation with someone who's been through the ringer, ghosted by his girl, divorce, job loss, the whole 9 yards. That conversation got me thinking about how we're often treated more like statistics or soulless entities in this system. Let's dive deeper, especially for those of you around 45 who've faced your share of life's punches. I'm Roach, Mark Roach, here to offer perspective that might resonate with where you're at and where some new doors might be waiting to be opened. Imagine being seen not as a person with depth, but as a target for marketers, or worse, a number in a database waiting to be nudged into action by the next big ad campaign or political rhetoric. You're asleep, not because you're lazy, but because the system has conditioned you to react rather than act. Your anxiety is your captor. Your fear and anxiety keep you in a fear state, stuck where you just seek out the same old tunes and patterns to tell yourself that you're okay, that you're safe, and that it's all okay. The anxiety keeps you asleep, and then the triggers that are used by media around you are everywhere. They harvest from you, from your life, what they want to take from you in an illusion of a trade, a transaction, a bargain. Triggers are designed to pull you from your reality, most likely a slumbering sleep, into a state where you're more likely to spend money or vote in a way that you might not have otherwise without a trigger acting upon that state that you're in. So maybe you found yourself buying into products or ideologies hoping they'll fill a void or promise security. Or maybe you feel guilty or ashamed that you haven't lived up to some impossible idea. And you are desperately trying to feel powerful, or to find a sense of dominance in your life. But let's be real. Institutions, those we're told that are here to serve us, can't guarantee our future. They never have and they never will. We find ourselves at odds with the very systems meant to protect us. How often do you reflect on your choices, only to realize that you've been played by the system? And do you examine life and your circumstances deep enough to have even considered that as a possibility? Now here's the kicker. Advertisers and politicians, they're market makers. They create needs where none existed, manipulating you into believing that you're incomplete without their product or idea. And there's a manipulation at play. Even if what they offer does have some value, they aren't all manipulators. In fact, some are well-meaning. And to be clear, they do have a singular objective: to win you over using powerful media tactics that most people lack the awareness and discipline to discern. Think about it. How often do you look back at your decisions feeling not quite right about them? And then do you ever pause before diving deeper into commitments that you can't turn back from? So we might just find ourselves in relationships or jobs that are unfulfilling. And then we turn to substitutes like alcohol or social media for comfort, suffering through the week to live some kind of idealized substitute life on the weekend. So I have to ask, are we really supporting each other in finding what we truly need? Do we know how to do that? Do you know how to do that? Life sometimes can move fast, almost like we're getting hit in the face with water from a fire hose. And life has its ups and downs. Even though I look for the brighter side, sometimes it looks like I walk out into a crowd of conformity, of mindless, maybe soulless entities, all triggered by these factors that are attacking us through media. And who can blame anyone for falling into that trap? I mean, our parents, they weren't prepared and didn't necessarily prepare all of us to deal with and have the awareness to deal with the advent of the new media, the new technologies that we're facing in our lives today. And it takes a lot of effort and the right circumstances to live an inspired life, one that is fundamentally connected with your soul and who you really are, especially with all these pressures to conform with society and its norms. So here's where I want to shine a light. Becoming truly human isn't about some new speech, new book, a movie, a trend, or a philosophy, or celebrity moving you into a new state. It's about you connecting with your own feelings, independent of all these other things, about being quiet and knowing yourself and knowing about your connections in life and what your real needs and desires actually are. And it's about facing your fears, your shadows, owning your power and honoring your humanity. Do you know how to do that? Do you know anyone in your life that could help you do that? Well, we need each other to make that happen. And this is where we can start building genuine connections with each other and acknowledge these vulnerabilities and move forward together with confidence and mutual respect rather than with pride and arrogance and secrecy and our arrogance and protected and defensive states. Move together as humans united by these shared values. Challenge you to do that. I'm Roach, Mark Roach. Keep it real and all the best.